Hi, welcome to 2020 Tasty Treats with GourmetQuilter. I'm Susan Clare, GourmetQuilter, and this year in 2020 we're having 20 different things happening, each with 20 parts because it's 2020. And this time we're doing an applique series. We've been doing a few applique series and we've still got a few more to go. And this one is particularly tasty. This is called Yum. So we've got a picture up here of all the 20 different things that are happening, all appliques. And I have to say that when we think of yum, we often do think of a treat that's often quite sweet. But there we go. So if you're interested in the pattern, there's going to be a pattern available to purchase on GourmetQuilter.com with all the shapes and things ready for tracing. Also, the videos will all go into a playlist called Applique Yum. So you can find that through the channel, the GourmetQuilter YouTube channel, if you're looking for other appliques in the series with the videos and things. So in the meantime, I'm going to get started on Applique Yum number 1. And so I've already got everything cut out. So I'm using fusible web with the paper backing on it. And I've just started positioning a little bit here. We're having a little banana split this time. So you want to make sure that when you position things, so that everything's numbered in the, more or less in the order they go down, certainly in the order of overlap. So the banana is number 1 because it's in, and so there's a little bit of plate showing in front of it, and then some ice cream sits on top, etc. So, and you want to make sure that your things are sitting pretty much central, side to side and things. So I've already positioned the banana. Now we can go ahead and pop the plate on. So I'm doing free motion applique with all of this, and I therefore have got my machine all set up to do free motion stitching. I've dropped my feed teeth. I've got a little open toe applique foot on it, free motion foot on it. To concentrate, I have to stop talking if I'm going to talk about something else. So now I'm just popping the ice cream on, and then one piece of ice cream with its topping is sitting apparently behind the other. So we put that and the topping on first, and then we can pop this other scoop of ice cream on top with its topping in front. So even though it's not particularly realistic, we try and put a little bit of perspective in when we're doing applique so that it at least gives that impression. So that's going to be my applique. I can iron those all in place now. And I'm just using a stabilizer because I'm doing free motion, so it's just a lightweight cotton batting that I'm using. And that just helps stabilize when you do free motion stitching. Without some form of stabilizer, it can scrunch a little bit because it upsets all the tension when you do it this way, because the tension changes when you drop your feed teeth. So I'm going to just start doing a little bit of the applique just to give you an idea. So I'm using a darkish greyish thread for all my applique. I find that gives it a little bit of outline as well as just being convenient to not keep changing colours. So I'm just going to start here on this little banana. So I'll just do a couple of stitches to lock off at the beginning and hopefully get my piece of thread out of the way. Snip that off. And I'm just stitching just close to the edge of the applique there. So I can come around until I reach my ice cream, and then I can come here onto the ice cream. And I can come back down there again on that same line of stitching and come around and finish off that little bit of ice cream there. My aim usually is to not stop and start all the time. So I can do this, and then I can also come along and do this. You can just skip on to the next piece without it being any problem, because the stitching is small, the pieces are small. Unless you really look, you won't notice that you've just skipped on to another piece. So I can come around here, and I can keep doing this other delicious looking chocolate topping here. And then I'm going to end up back around here, so that I can just go over that a little bit again, and then I can just follow around with this ice cream up to here, And then I can just backtrack a little bit and come back onto the banana again. And so you can see how you can just keep going, and then I can get onto the dish. So I can do the dish, you don't need to watch me do all of that, and I will show you when I get to the other end. So I've just come back to where I started on that little blue dish there, and now I can take it out of the machine, give it a quick press. So if you've been watching any of the other series of these appliques, they're all on slightly different sizes of backgrounds, so that they can be used for all sorts of delicious things. They might be being used for things like in a quilt perhaps, or on a cushion, or on clothing, or on little bags. There's any number of places that you just need a small applique, or they would all go together into one quilt if you wanted them to. So that was applique number 1 for Yum, a banana split, and I will see you again with applique number 2.